What's good, sneakerheads? Back here with another one. This one I've been waiting on since I was probably seventh grade, somewhere between like sixth and eighth grade. When it originally dropped, a friend of mine, last name Romanelli, came in wearing these, and this was my first true introduction, besides the flu games, to like a shoe that I had to have. Absolute top of the list. I was like, how can I've never seen a shoe like that before. Like, I wasn't into sneakers like when I was little. And that was when I just became a true sneakerhead. I was like, yo, I have to have that shoe. And then I paid attention to shoes after that, and it just started, I started learning off of it. But shout out to you. I'm not gonna say your first name so people don't look you up, but Romanelli. I really appreciate that, man. So let's get into it. Foot Locker, as always. It was first come, first serve. They had a lot of pairs of these. And I honestly, a little disappointed because, I had to go through like six pairs. And I was surprised that they had six in my size, 12. But I had to go through six different pairs before I found one that was even remotely acceptable. And I don't know why, like every single one of these, like no matter what colorway comes out, they all are like it, except for, the exclusive ones. But let's get into it. It is the Jordan 14. Y'all already know that. 14, size 12. Now, this is part of the Art of a Champion pack, but yet it didn't come with the box. It doesn't come with the little gold Larry O'Brien trophy on it, so why even associate it with that? This is supposed to be the last one, the creme de la creme, the pinnacle of it, and of the pack, and they didn't incorporate anything that came with the pack. You don't even get the card. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's nothing that says that it's part of the pack. But there it is. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. I'm so happy to have this shoe in my collection now. But honestly, I gotta clean up the pieces of paper and everything that get on this new buck. Make it look all trashy. You know what I'm saying? All trashy. So, this one, the guy pulled out a few pairs for me, and I started looking around at it. Like, when you get a pair of 14s, you gotta look around at these, the shiny bits on them, because they'll have a lot of peaks, like the oxidized, I think is what it was called. Yeah, the indiglows and the oxidized green or something like that. Those had tons of peaks, but this one, not so much on the peaks, more on the glue right around here. Every single one of them has dirty glue. You can see it on there. Like, you look at the picture on the sneakers app or anywhere where they advertise these, you could zoom in right around there. There's no glue. More than likely, they use samples, like they pulled the best pair out of all of them. And given the fact that these were so widely released, I think that they might have been samples, I would. Why not? You got one guy building it versus a whole factory. The quality of the shoe is actually pretty good for such a wide release. Like, it's got premium tumbled leather all around it. It's got nubuck all up on the toe. It's got, your typical mesh right here, and your Ferrari logoing right there. Quality's like, not bad, I've seen better, but the only 14 that I've seen come out, this is one of the better ones compared to a lot of the ones that I actually saw at Foot Locker, and I even went down to Champs and looked at some of theirs, and theirs were looking a little off. But the only one that I've gotten that I never really had an issue with was the DMP pack. This one was perfect through and through. No peaks, no issues, no nothing. Like, just look good. You know what I'm saying? Just look good. And the leather's super, like, buttery on it. This one's not bad, but, not as supple as this leather is. Now, oh, and you get the little silver lace tips. That's good too. But I think those come with all of them. This shoe celebrates the last shot. Everybody knows what the last shot was. It happened actually on this day, June 14th, 1998, I believe, against the Utah Jazz. It was the last shot in Jordan's Bulls career. And it just so happened to be the one that won the game and got Jordan and the Bulls their sixth championship, the Larry O'Brien Trophy, which honestly they should have. I mean, the inside doesn't even have the 16 thing, but then again, I mean, they were trying to keep this one like super OG. This shoe right here, the way you see it, is a true OG, just like the Shadow 10s. They were made to look exactly like when Jordan wore them back in 98. Everything about them, exact same. It was designed after a Ferrari. That's the reason why they have that Ferrari one, and that's a grail for everybody. Like, I actually had one. I'm going to pick up another one because the one I had, it was like nappy and everything. Because, I mean, that suede, when you got it, it looked good, but some of them were kind of nappy, and the one I got was a little bit nappy, so I'm still on the looks for a good suede. It was originally released in 1999, and then it was re-released, and that was probably when I saw it in 99. I saw the last shot on TV. I didn't pay attention to his shoes because I was all super hype about him. Like, over the head. Oh, one. So I was super hype about that because, like, my Bulls were my team back in the day. Jordan was, he was the stuff back then. He still is, man, the GOAT all around. And that's another thing. A lot of people say, oh, LeBron or blah, blah, blah. They all have different playing styles, so you can't argue either. Jordan, his era were like rough. That was like street ball. Those people were out to take you out. And the refs and everything were just like turning blind eyes to it, getting paid off, stuff like that. So, I mean, little things back then wouldn't get fouled, but nowadays, you can't do anything and you catch a foul or a technical or whatever else. So, Jordan was all about the street ball, like punking people and everything else. LeBron's more of the, taking advantage of the new school kind of soft basketball. So, I mean, but they're both GOATs in their own right, honestly. And instead of just fighting each other like LeBron's better, Jordan's better, blah, 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 just understand they're both GOATs. They're both the best of the best. Jordan was old school, LeBron's new school. If they teamed up against each other, it would just be a never-ending basket. It would get boring, So, it's either that or neither of them would be able to make a shot. Like I said, it originally released in 99, and then it re-released in 2005, and then it re-released in 2011. I'm not sure if those, I know the 99 was a true OG, I'm not sure what the other ones were. I remember seeing slight variations in them, like one of them had all leather in the toe, I believe, or maybe it was like all suede or something. I'm not too sure about that one, but instead of talking about it, let's see it on foot real quick, because I mean, I gotta take it back to the 90s when I saw homeboy walking in the classroom with these, like, they blew my mind, so let's check it out. and they are just as comfortable. Like I was saying, I mean, it's crazy when it comes to these because Jordan, when he, did the whole last shot thing, all that stuff, for most of the season, even into the playoffs, he wore the 13. And the last game, he wore these. This is when they debuted, and it just so happened to be the Bulls colorway, like the bread colorway. So, was it, destined? I think it was. I mean, especially the lineup with it, the drop, all the photos, the way they got the best shots, like everything about it just seemed to have been destiny. And the fact that he whipped this shoe out, like, you could tell even back then, like the colorway, the look, everything about this shoe, it was destined for greatness. The oxidized greens and all those things, like, not so much. Same thing with the 15s, like, everything after the 14 is just kind of. But you can see something special in the 13s, the 14s, the 12s, the 1s. Like, you definitely see something special in those. The 3s even. Like, you see something special in all of them. So, but, yeah, did y'all cop this pair? Like, what do y'all think about it? They did an early release on sneakers. I wasn't lucky enough to get on that, even though I jumped on the app like 2 minutes after they were already sold out. So, but I'm glad I finally got them, and I'm glad I finally got a pair that's not too beat up and, destroyed and crappy looking. Like, I'm glad I actually got a halfway decent one. So, did y'all cop? What do y'all think about it? Are a lot of y'all old enough to even have seen the last shot, like when it happened? And do y'all actually appreciate it? Because this is like one of my grails. Even though a lot of people are calling them bricks, I don't care. That just means that I had a chance to get them without paying resale. So I'm happy for it. I'm not going to resell these. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to enjoy them. I'm going to ball in them. And I'm going to tell the story to my kid. I'm going to show him the clips. So just fully enjoy. I'm even going to get him a pair so he can enjoy it. He can go into school, like, get a pair for him when he's little. When he's a little kid, when he's a toddler and infant, so he can stunt constantly on them. And when little kids ask him, what are those? He can tell them the story. So, hope y'all like this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I got a lot more coming. So make sure to stay tuned. We're almost, if not at 500. So follow me on my social media. Links are in the description. I'm going to post a poll for a giveaway. We got another one coming up at 1,000, so make sure to check this link out right here. Watch this video so you know a little bit more about that. And yeah, make sure to stay tuned. We got a lot of bangers. I hope y'all have a good one, and be safe. Peace.